evening, Kannan. Good to see
Yeah, good
you.
evening. Good to see you, Suba. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. So after
Nice
my
data.
MCC, this is the first session that I'm doing for our chapter. I'm so glad.
Okay, very good.
So while we wait for others, right? So what excited you all to join this session today?
No,
Maybe I could go first. This is my first session, and I'm extremely excited to be part of such a vibrant community. I'm currently based out of Seattle, but I come from Chennai. So, so it was all the more fun, wanting to be back as part of my community.
Beautiful.
It's very early in the morning, right, for you?
It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. It's okay.
Oh
It
my
depends
God.
on whether it's too early for you or not. For some, it's very early.
Ah,
Not too early.
I think we can get started. We have 15 participants, and I know slowly people will join, respecting everybody's time, whoever has joined on time. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon for those who are joining in that time
Hi,
zone.
good evening. I'm so sorry. Good evening.
good evening. Hope we have started the recording, Ranjit.
Yeah, we have, I think Krishna has already started.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so we have, I lost count of which session, but it's around 10th. I believe it's 10th coachability session since our inception of coachability in 2024. So coachability is basically a ICF Chennai initiated program, especially for our MNA community, members and associates. And it's open for everyone, but MNA in the sense the presenter will be from either a member or an associate, for them to share with the community their learnings, their framework, or any best practices or tools and techniques which they have experienced and found it valuable in their journey that they would like to share with the community. So that's the intent of this program. Okay, and so we do conduct it every 2 months. Today with us we have Suba, the latest master coach, MCC coach. Congratulations, Suba. Let's start with that. Congratulations for you on getting the credential for MCC, I think early this week.
Yeah, that's right.
So let's all congratulate her before we
Thank you.
really
Thank
get
you.
started. So without much introduction, many of you know Suba, but Suba is MCC plus EMCC SP, right? Senior practitioner. She's a leadership and executive coach, really working with individuals, teams on conflict management, transition, and I know there's a lot more in her service offering, but I don't want to go in detail. I let Suba introduce herself to the community. Over to you, Suba. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ranjit. This is homecoming for me. Yeah. So I traveled my ICF journey when I started in 2020, 21, in that time frame. Till now, ICF Chennai has been a major boost. Many of you know that I was a part of the board in 22, 24. That's when we launched Coachability. In fact, this logo, when I see, I feel so good about what we are creating, what we have created, and in the way that now, Ranjit, you, me too, Shweta, all everybody in the board, how you're all taking it, expanding it, and then deepening the impact. Yeah, that's very, very important. Creating is one piece of it, right? But on top, how we are expanding and deepening. Thank you so much for that, first of all. And then again, yes, I'm so happy to start this MCC journey by sharing whatever I have learned through these years here, through this intervention today. Yeah, and thanks a lot for each one of you for all the wishes and blessings. With all your blessings and wishes, I'm starting the session today for all of us. Like Baswati mentioned, this session is for everybody, irrespective of whatever if you may be in your training, coach and trainer training, or you have just got your ACC, BCC, MCC, whichever level you are in. This session is for all of us. Yeah. So today, even though I'm sitting here as a presenter, I'm sure I'm also going to learn a lot, deepen my learning, broaden my learning. So that is the intention with which I have come. Yeah. So like Ranjit mentioned, I do a lot of work around workplace conflict management, working with CXOs, their teams, organizations, and I do have my B2B practice also. So what I'm bringing in here today is from my lived experiences. For my journey, whatever I have created, I've deepened it using, I'm leveraging that expertise, and the mental model is the term that I'm giving for that. I've used it for my clients who are coaches, who are having different journeys. There could be somebody ACC, PCC, MCC. They are in different, the path when it comes to building their practice, building their business. I'm just bringing that knowledge, the mental model that I have created here today. So let me quickly share my screen. Okay. So before the poll, see, how are you, coach? When you saw this particular title, right? Of course, I had given one tagline also, which talks about navigating the transitions of coaching practice. But when you look at this, this question, how are you, coach? What is coming up in your, immediately? Please feel free to unmute or put it in the chat box, whichever way that you would like to share. Beautiful. The importance of being aware of our state of being. Feels cared for, as we are always asking the client as they are fantastic. Yes, that is one of the critical elements that I wanted to bring in here, right? So we all ask our questions, how are you feeling? What is happening? What is emerging? But how many times, we, unless until we put ourselves in any coaching, when we sit with a coach or a mentor, right? Yes, that I have someone to share with, of course. What is my mental state as a coach? Fantastic. So now quickly, a poll. Okay, so I think I have to stop sharing and run the poll if I'm not wrong.
Shiva, you want me to launch?
Yeah, I can. I'm able to.
Oh, you are able to, right?
So this is more for me to understand, whom am I talking to today. Later, Ranjit, I may need your help in publishing the result, once it is done. So 11 of 17 have participated. If everybody can vote. Okay.
I'm sorry, I missed something. What did I miss?
There is a poll. Do you see that poll in your screen?
No, I don't.
Okay. Have you logged in with your mobile?
No. I'm
No?
on my computer only.
Computer only, okay.
But I'm not able to see any poll.
See it, is it? Okay. Krishna, any idea?
No,
Maybe
I'm able to see. If it doesn't pop up, people will have to just click on more, the three dots.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then just look for poll. That's it.
Okay. Thanks for that. Okay. Record. There is no poll. There is no poll here.
Okay. Others, do you see?
Okay. Yeah, I found the poll.
got it?
All right. Yeah.
CoachAbility, how are you, coach? Poll 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Poll was there, we have answered.
Okay.
So 4 more to.
No. Suba, actually, me, Ranjit, and Kannan, I think we can't respond.
Oh, okay.
That's
Right. Okay. You are the host. Okay.
Yeah.
I think then we are good, right? So I'll end this poll. So once I end this poll, still we'll be able to see the result, right?
Yeah, I can see the result.
Okay, fantastic. Okay.
Just
fine. I'll share the results. Yeah, I'm able to see that. Yeah. Okay. So you're all seeing the result. Hope you're all able to see the result.
No, I'm seeing only my response.
Your response. Okay. Maybe I'll stop sharing. Again, share the result. How about now?
No, again, I'm viewing
I can
what?
see.
You can see the results?
See the results, yes.
Results. Okay.
I can only see what I pulled. Can't see.
Oh, okay. So maybe you may want to close it.
I can see only my own results actually.
Yours. Okay. I'll just close it and then again.
Suba, you can read out the results.
I'll read it out. Yeah,
That
just in
might
case.
be better. Yeah.
Okay. So what we have is 36% of ACCs, 43 of PCC, independent external coach 50%, 14% halfway crossed into coaching, 7% of us have mentioned that coaching is a retirement plan. I'm not in a hurry. And 7% have mentioned that aggressively building my coaching portfolio. Yeah. Just keep an eye on the result. Yeah. So now one more poll. I'll be launching that. Okay. So hope you're all able to see that, right? One more poll. Poll number 2. Which statement best describes you today? Single choice. You just choose one. Okay. So now I'm ending the poll and let me share the results. Just tell me whether you're able to see the result or not. Otherwise, I'll read it out.
Yeah, this time it's pretty clear.
Clear. Fantastic. Please look at the results. Yeah, just keep an eye on the result. Also, please note down what was the choice that you had selected. Yeah, which was the option that you voted. Just note it down somewhere. Yeah. So we have building consistent flow of opportunities, 46% of us, becoming more present in coaching conversations, 15%, working towards next credential, 8. Okay, so 8% of working towards next credential, finding my niche and positioning, increasing visibility and credibility, all 8% of us, and 15% building a sustainable coaching business. Yeah, so sort of we have a mixed responses, but the dominant is building a consistent flow of opportunities. Yeah, 46% of us. Yeah, I'll just stop sharing. Yeah. So as you saw the, especially the second poll result, right? What are some of the thoughts coming in your head? At the surface, whatever is coming up, just share that. Don't overthink. You don't have to, think about, okay, what could be the right answer, wrong answer, nothing.
Coaching alone be a viable business proposition? Or
Yes.
should I combine it with some of the other
Okay.
related kind of activities?
Okay, that's
Can
quite
this
a
be
perspective.
viable business proposition?
Absolutely. Anybody else would like to share anything?
It's one thing to be a good coach, but whether it can be sustained as a business are the early thoughts that are coming to my mind from this poll.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that is your intuition.
Yeah.
Saying, aloud. Yeah. Okay.
I feel it's not so easy to get clients to coach
Absolutely.
because very few come up with problems that they have and or want to improve themselves or even realize they have some problem and they can be helped. The awareness isn't there that they can go to professionals for help, either for mental issues or for even coaching.
Okay.
For the betterment of their career or life. That awareness is lacking. So, and that too, free advice is fine, but paying money for being coached is not so fine with people.
Absolutely. I can relate to that. Okay. Okay. So I'll just share my, screen with my presentation. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just leaving the screen for all of you to, read through. Coaching practice is a linear path. You start with coach training, become ACC, PCC, MCC. You will start creating or you will create greater impact and clients are lining up to work with you. When I'm saying this, any new thoughts?
Can I ask you, are you talking about corporate coaching alone or are you talking about coaching in general?
Coaching.
Because all these ACC, PCC, MCC makes a difference to corporates. But to the general public, it has no meaning. It's only your reputation which gets you clients.
Okay. Okay. Just stay with that thought. Yeah. Stay with that thought. And I think, Krishna, I know that I didn't leak my, presentation, but this is what it is. Yeah? It is not. It is a myth. So if we think that, okay, once I get my training or once I become ACC, PCC, MCC, because I know many, many, many MCC coaches, they do not know what to do. Yeah. When it comes to practice or when it comes to building business. Yeah. I have seen people who are, in training, they are able to, make business or create something around their practice. So it is definitely not a linear path like life. Yeah. Coaching for me is more like, what we say, we talk about in Bhagavad Gita or any religious script or epics, right? We say it is not, related to any religion, whereas it is a way of life, right? Similarly, for me, coaching practice is more like a way of life. It is definitely not a linear path. Okay. If we feel like, okay, the minute I'm done with my training or ACC, PCC, okay, I'm going to get, clients or I'm going to make something. No, it is not going to happen. Yeah. Then what is it? Now, again, I'm asking you this question. Now you please respond how are you? When I said that, it is not a linear path. When we are all aware. When I'm saying it aloud, I'm putting it on the table for all of us to see. How are you, coach? As you navigate through multiple transitions, how are you?
Can I share my experience?
Yes, please.
Yeah. I'm Alan. I have done my PCC in 2021-22. So I am getting a lot of opportunity from 2022 itself from US and UK, maybe $100 per hour right away. And I am coaching in my organization as an executive coach. That's my full-time role also.
Okay.
So I see that a complete difference with respect to US and UK market with respect to pure coaching. But with respect to overall global, we should change our hat, different hats with respect to mentor and facilitator, therapist, relationship counselor, multiple things people wanted. So that's my pure experience. But still, coaching wins, like unlocking their potential and co-creating the solution is the key things. But still, even with IIT and ICF, this thing also, some of them wanted, okay, I want some mentor hat from you. So that's the differentiator I have seen with respect to the global market. Yeah, that's my experience.
Okay. So what I understand from what you're saying is, calling oneself as coach, only a coach, is sort of, coming between, the coach and then building business. Is that right?
Yeah, in the umbrella of ICF, we have to launch our things. Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Yes.
I understand. Okay. Thank you so much. How about others? How are you feeling now that we are talking in everything? Different perspectives are coming in. How are you feeling, coach? What is the feeling now, right now? You can put it in the chat box or, please feel free to unmute yourself and tell me. How are you feeling? What's the feeling? If I invite you to label that feeling, how would you label it?
Can I just add my point?
Yes. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, please.
Well, I got my PCC, almost 8 years back. But honestly, my time has gone more into training, corporate training. In fact, 80%, 75% of my time goes for corporate training. I'm not really getting into the coaching space yet. But now, as time has gone, and I really want to move away from training now. I'm slowly going to get and deepen my space and get into coaching. So that's where I am today. So I'm in a state of giving up my training engagements because it takes a lot of your time, and I'm more into physical, interactive training itself, both in Dubai as well as Vellore in India and Chennai. So I'm in a stage of giving up. I really want to find the space into coaching back again. So that's where I am at this point of time.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons, in fact, last 1 year I have not been very active in the Chennai chapter, which is an amazing place.
Okay.
Now I want to get into that. That's where I am.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Now again, I'm going to come back to this question, right? That feeling, how are you feeling right now? Right now that stronger perspectives are coming in that okay, only being a coach is not really helping, right? You need to accompany it with or complement that with training, mentoring and all other hats. We are ready to wear different hats, right? When you hear people saying that, all of us saying that, how are you feeling?
Can I say something?
Yes.
Your
About
previous-
feeling? Yeah. Can we get into the feeling part, please? If it
Yeah,
is okay?
I am feeling hopeful now.
Hopeful.
Why? Because your previous slide said to become a coach, it's not a linear act. So that means, okay, I don't have to go through ACC, MCC, PCC before I can see success. So that one thought is making me more hopeful of becoming a successful coach now.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Right. So right now, hopeful, grounded. Yeah. So these are all the feelings coming up. I really want each one of us to get in touch with the feeling that you have. See, it could be overwhelming for somebody, right? See, if somebody is not ready to get into training, mentoring, or any other path, yeah, maybe one of you have, or a couple of us have come out of our corporate, spectrum, wanting to become a full-time coach, right? When you hear everybody saying that, okay, you have to diversify, then only you'll be able to be successful, it may bring in some, overwhelming feeling or any other not so good, feeling. Please get in touch with that feeling. Yeah? See, today, one particular element that I would highly, highly recommend and invite you all is to be honest with yourself. Yeah. It's okay if you do not want to share it in the chat box or here. Yeah. So there will be one breakout room there you can share, or if you want to hold on to that feeling with yourself, that is absolutely okay. Because creating that safe space is more important than bringing in everybody's, content on the table. Yeah. That's something that I strongly believe in. Yeah. That's okay. But get in touch with that feeling, the true feeling, your first principle. Please note it down somewhere in capital letters where you can see. What is the real feeling that you have right now at this moment? So when we say coaching practice is not a linear path, right? Then what is it? Coaching is all about? Coaching practice is multidimensional. Yeah. Based on this particular statement, I have created a mental model, yeah, which I'm going to show. Normally, in sessions, what happens is like, we take the audience through some self-awareness journey, then we introduce the model, then we discuss, but here I'm going to completely do it in a different way. Yeah, I'm going to jump in and introduce the model. This model has two different segments to it. Yeah, there is a single model, but I'm segregating into two different segments. One segment I'll be introducing, then there will be some reflection on that. Then the second segment will be, introduced. Then we will have a breakout room. After the breakout room is where you all are going to create a blueprint for you, for each of you, right? Whichever stage you are in, right? You are already a successful coach. That's absolutely okay. Or you're just starting. That's okay. But when you're, getting out of this session today, you are all going away with the blueprint. That blueprint part comes, towards the end. Yeah. So let me jump in and share the model. The model I have named it as the 5 thresholds of coaching practice, right? The 5 thresholds comes as a part of the second segment. The first segment is all about the multidimensional, that piece. Yeah. So what do I mean by multidimensional? I have created, sort of segregated that multi-dimensional into 3 different macro dimensions. See, there is going to be some saying, some telling for the next few minutes. Of course, we are not doing any coaching right now. I'm telling. Yeah. So these 3 dimensions are, first dimension is craft, macro. Yeah. See, this macro is a keyword here. Please note that down. Then the second dimension is the practice. Then the third macro dimension is the enterprise. So I'm not going to, keep any secret or anything. I'm going to just share all the micros also. Yeah. I'll take a few minutes and then sort of take you through, all these micro elements as well. Yeah. Then we are going to work on something. I'll be introducing each macro and then the micros under that macro. My invitation here is to pick one particular micro dimension and note it down. Yeah. Say, for example, craft. Okay. What is craft here? Building the capability to be a coach, right? So since we are all, into ICF, mode of coaching, or we are all ICF credentialed coaches, or, some of you are, traveling towards becoming that ICF credentialed coach, right? How are we building that craft? Yeah. That is the main, that internal circle, whatever you are seeing is that the craft that we are all building for ourselves, right? Right now, see, there are so many, micros, but, we have only 90, this is only 90-minute session. So I sort of handpicked and then giving you all the critical micro dimensions here. So when it comes to craft, there are 4 dimensions. One is coaching mastery. Yeah. Here, when I'm using the word mastery, I'm not talking about MCC, that credential there, right? Of course, when you become MCC, If you have really gone through the process, the training, the mentoring and everything with the right mentor, then you become that mastery. Or at least, and I would say your mastery journey starts when you are done with your MCC. That's how I'm looking at my journey. Yeah? My mastery is just starting. Yeah. How effectively and fluently do I coach? Yeah. If that is your, you are transitioning into that, just note it down. Yeah. Or self-mastery. Yeah. So how effectively do I manage myself? CC5, right? Presence. How do I, how am I present when I'm sitting with my client? Yeah. When I'm triggered because whatever client is sharing, I'm relating something with that. Whatever I'm feeling, whatever is going through in my head, in my heart, okay, do they allow me to be present for my client, or I'm thinking about my journey? Yeah. So how, when I get into that mode, how effectively I manage myself? Yeah. That is self-mastery. Not only that, there are other elements as well. When it comes to business development, when it comes to visibility, right? When it comes to getting that first client and scaling up our business, right? There are so many elements, business development, lead generation, and, selling, closing the deals, right? Whether it is B2C or B2B, doesn't matter, right? So how effectively do I manage myself in the entire spectrum of my, coaching ecosystem that I'm creating for myself? That is self-mastery. Not only the, competencies or ethical practices, everything around credentialing process beyond that. Okay. Is that your core transition you are going through right now? If that is so, please note it down. Then the third element is complementary capability. See, here I would like to sort of stress upon something. Yeah. Since we also mentioned about, okay, just with coaching, we won't be able to, sustain or start or sustain our business, making money part of it, right? What happens? We end up getting 100 different certifications, do this mastery, that mastery. Yeah. See, if you look at it, we have been investing, spending a lot of money in, some assessment tool, everybody is creating something, right? Then we want to, spend some money, invest some money, and then we get some certificate. But that certificate again, that particular day when we get that certificate, we are creating on LinkedIn post with our photograph and everything. There are so many hundreds of likes, hundreds of best wishes. Then the next day, what happens? We go back to our old self, right? With the same problems, same challenges, same, dilemmas, right? Same thought process. We go back to that autopilot mode, right? Then again, when we do not achieve what we are supposed to or what we want to, what we desire, again, we look for one more certification, one more stuff, right? How many of you resonate with this? Let me take a quick pass here. You can just say yes or no, I resonate, or I don't.
Absolutely, yes.
Thank you. Right? If not you and me, we see that happening in our ecosystem, right? So that is complementary capabilities. If any of you are navigating through that space, please note it down. Yeah. Then comes the client experience, the fourth dimension, micro dimension here, client experience. So here it's not about creating impact, yeah, helping our clients to achieve whatever they want to achieve. No, I'm not talking about that. Here, how do our clients experience when we, travel along with them? Whether it is 1 session, 3 sessions, 6 sessions, 6 months, whether it is B2B, B2C, forget about all these terms, right? How effectively, yeah, how do clients experience working with me? If you are navigating through that space, please note it down. Client experience. Yeah. See, the craft part of it, I had gone in a little deeper. I'll sort of, touch base on the practice and the enterprise part so that we can get into, action. Yeah. Any queries, any thoughts, any queries? Anybody, want me to take a pause here, or should I continue?
So can the image be any bigger so that we can see the letters in it? All right.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. Is that okay now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for mentioning it. Yeah. Thank you. Now, yes, Siddhika, you want to ask something?
Yeah, I'm slightly lost, but I'll carry on,
Okay. Any specific area you want me to jump, give you more information, or should I continue with practice?
No, I think you can continue. Maybe there's something
Yes.
I'll ask you personally then,
Yes.
I don't know. Let me go ahead.
Yes. Please note it down. Yeah. If you feel like lost, please note it down. Yeah. What exactly is happening? Just note it down.
Okay.
Thank you.
You can just elaborate on the complementary capabilities. Sorry, I missed you for a moment. Just say
Sorry, you missed it. Okay, see, complementary capabilities are, beyond the coach training, working on our, acquiring hours or mentoring, right? We start looking at accumulating more and more certificates, right? It could be getting equipped with some assessment tools. Yeah? There is nothing wrong in it, but how mindful we are when we do that. Yeah. See, when we do not achieve something that we desire, right? Are we looking at that problem, or are we, diverting, saying that, okay, what if I have, say, NLP mastery, I'll get another client because that is going to help me more than the coach training that I have gone through. Yeah. Or, okay, let me get certified in, Lumina or Hogan or DISC, right? Then I will get B2B opportunities. Yeah. Any such thoughts are running in your mind. Yeah. You feel like accumulating more and more and more certificates are going to help you achieve what you want to achieve. Maybe that is the genuine path that you want to take. But if you're relying on more and more certificates to achieve you want to achieve, please note it down. Yeah, if that is the space you are in, that is what you are trying to navigate. Please note that down.
Thank you.
Yeah, hope I have answered your question.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Now, after craft, the practice part of it, right? So what do I mean by practice? Building the ability to sustain the coaching work. Again, when we say coaching work, my ability in, staying with my client, helping them to take deeper level. See, when we say deeper level, right? See, since we are all undergoing, many self-awareness journeys, and, probably most of us are reflecting, right? But not all our clients come with that reflective practice or doing any journaling or anything, right? So another pressure what we put on ourselves is like, whatever the depth that I want my client to go, I will take them. No, right? What is the depth that they want to take us, right? We will travel there. Yeah, to that depth we will travel, right? So that is the coaching work that I'm talking about. Also the, building business, getting your clients, right? So building the ability to sustain your coaching work when it comes to the competencies, the ability in coaching your clients, also the ability in building practice business. Yeah, so that is what I'm bringing it under practice. Yeah. Under practice, there are 4 different elements that I'm introducing. There are more. Yeah. See, one is visibility and positioning, right? So the minute you get into training or ACCPCC, then the next thought is, okay, how many I'm going to create. Yeah, so I'm going to create reels because I'm catering to the student community. They are sitting in Instagram. Let me create VA. Sorry. May I please request you to be on mute? I don't know who. Some background noise. Yeah, thank you. So my clients are youngsters. They are sitting in Instagram. Let me go and create reels. Yeah, we jump into creating reels. No. I am catering to executives. Everybody is sitting in Facebook or LinkedIn. Let me create n number of posts. So what happens there? We create n number of posts, then stop. Right? Then somebody will come and say, you have to be consistent. Then we work on it. In that, what happens? We leave behind certain others, important elements. Right? So visibility and positioning, what sort of energy it is taking right now from your end. If that is what is taking your, energy, more and more energy of yours, please note it down. Under practice, probably visibility and positioning is the, the area that you are transitioning right now. Then the second element, 6th in the overall picture is, in the overall mental model, is the relationships, right? So here I'm only talking about who knows, who trusts, who advocates for me, but it is also the other side, right? Who knows me? Who do I know? Both make a difference, right? Whom do I trust? Who is trusting me? That makes a difference, right? Who can advocate something for me and whom can I advocate, right? If I want to collaborate with somebody, right, then I become the advocate for that person as well, right? How ready am I to do that? Right? We are all talking about building communities, being a part of the community, build a network, see, these are all the keywords that we hear every day and night, right? But are we really building relationships? If any of you are going through that transition right now, choose number 6 for you. Yeah? Just choose one from each macro. Yeah. Then the 7th is business development. Yeah. So here everything comes under many elements comes under business development. Let me not go too much into detail. Then the whole session will go on there. Business development. Can opportunities become coaching engagements, right? That's where we think about, becoming a speaker, conducting sessions, where we create that brand for ourselves, right? Which helps in building that business. Then systemization, yeah. This is something that I'm still working on, right? Is there any system that I can create? For example, whatever you are seeing today, this is the system that I created some 3-4 years ago, yeah. Between my ACC and PCC journey, even though business was okay, but always I had some thought lingering in my head that something, whatever I'm doing is not enough, or I feel like I'm missing, yeah. Either it is not enough or missing, between these two, I was like always lingering, right? That's when I started thinking about, okay, what more do I need, right? That's when slowly I started building this mental model. This is actually, I built it for me. Then when coaches became my clients, I started, leveraging the tool for them. Then sort of we deepened and expanded, right? So creating a system around what you are doing. See, whenever we call about, something as system in related to coaching, we think that, okay, we have to create some, training, LMS and everything. Yes, that is very important. But when do you need to, create all that, right? Are you really ready to create that right now? Because it is not just about investing on LMS and then creating, some videos and putting it over there, your ability in marketing, selling, all other stuff, right? So here, the intention is not to stop you from thinking, but thinking with the right direction. Yeah, that is the intention behind this in introducing this model, right? That is what practice is all about. Let me jump into enterprise. So here, what happens? Building the ability to extend coaching impact, right? So here, having a company, because the minute you have a company, it could be in your name or any name that you choose, it definitely broadens the the entry points. Yeah, definitely you get more entries. Yeah, you get to sort of build a different brand compared to somebody who doesn't have a company, who doesn't have. You can be a solopreneur. Yeah, I had a team. I started my my entrepreneurial journey in 2010. Right. Initially, I was doing multiple other stuff, so I had a team who was working with me and then helping me. But when I completely shifted into coaching, I felt like, okay, solopreneurship is the right thing for me. Whenever there is a need, I can always collaborate with somebody, right? So that is the thought process, the first principle which has been guiding me till now. Tomorrow, I may again build a team that I don't know, right? But building the ability to extend coaching impact. So what are the things that I'm bringing in here? One is scaling up, right? When we say scaling up the number of clients, number of B2B projects that you are getting, number of businesses that you are getting, also scaling up in terms of not only numbers, also the deeper, who do you think, is the right audience? See, again, another, myth I would like to, sort of bust here is not that everybody has to be the executive coach. Yeah. Let's not keep that as our, guiding force. Yes, it is a good space to be in, but let that not stop us from acknowledging who we are. Yeah. Whoever we are working with, right? As long as we are creating that impact where the client is happy, we should be happy. It's okay to have that as a goal, but that goal should not become a barrier for you to think low of yourself. Yeah. So that is something happening a lot when I, sit with coaches and then, helping them build something for themselves. Yeah. So let's not keep any of the, our ambitions, desires to be the, culprits or the, blocking, or mind blocks there. Yeah. Sometimes these become blind spots also. Then thought leadership. Okay, what am I known for? This is at the, the next level, right? That again, thought leadership, it need not come once you get your MCC, right? That you can start from the beginning. Platforms like ICF Chennai, any other chapters, right? We all create multiple platforms like this, How can we leverage such platforms to establish our thought leadership? You don't have to wait till you get into some credentialing, right? So what am I known for? That you can start doing right away. Then IP and research, again, there is no, nobody can stop you from creating anything for yourself. As long as you feel confident about what you have created, you know that whatever you are creating is, going to really, really, create an impact, but you feel a little less confidence, take help. Yeah. You see if you can help on your own, otherwise take help. Yeah. So how ready you are to do that? IP and research and all other areas, right? And then finally, the legacy. See, right now, bringing in this here, right, itself a part of the legacy that I want to create, right? So there is a possibility that, each one of you are taking one thing at least from whatever I'm sharing today. I'm building that legacy because you will be using it for yourself. And I know that you're not going to stop just using it for yourself. You are going to take it and some for another to your clients, right? So look at the ripple effect that we can create, right? Just with one session. So that is the legacy that we are talking about. All the videos that we are creating, reels, content that we are creating legacy. Yeah. So this is the first segment here. Yeah. Okay. Whatever questions that you are getting, probably you may note it down. Definitely I'll be addressing it, towards the end. Yeah. To save some time. I hope you all have picked at least one micro element from each macro. If not, I can show that one more time. Show the diagram one more time. Some yes or no, some thumbs up. Am I too fast, too slow?
Maybe you can bring up that one
That one?
slide again.
Yeah. Just pick one micro from each macro. So basically you will have 3 micros. One for craft, one for practice, one for enterprise. Am I too fast? Is the speed okay?
You said
Yeah.
one micro. Which are the macros here and which are the micros? They all look.
Okay, yeah. So macros are craft, practice, and enterprise. Yeah.
Craft, practice, and enterprise. Okay.
Yeah. These 3 are macros. Whatever you see, 1, 2, see, wherever you see the numbers, right? Those are all micros.
Oh, those are micros.
So pick only one for each. Can I assume and move on?
Can you make it bigger only? It's
Okay.
little more bigger. Yeah. Thank you.
Is it okay? Anybody wants it a little more? Okay. Okay, so feel free to pick micros from each dimension, but pick only one, which is the micro dimension that you are navigating right now, today, at this moment. Okay, so now I'll be introducing the second segment. This is the critical, segment for all of us, right? So the 5 thresholds of coaching practice. I'll quickly explain what is what. Then, okay, let me explain it first, right? So whenever we are in, when we say we are in one dimension right now, there is one dimension, one micro dimension where we are navigating through at this moment, right? Just see which threshold you are in right now. Normally in any coaching practice or building business, right, we start from the discovery space with ourselves. I'm not talking about discovery session that we are having with the client. Yeah, first is the awareness space, right? Discovering that what am I becoming aware of. Yeah, then the second is experimenting. I'm trying. I'll also give you some example, but let me finish the the flow. First is discovery, where I'm becoming aware of what is happening with me in the space that I'm transitioning. Then second is, I know I'm aware of what I'm going through, but I'm trying something. I have figured out something I'm trying right now. Yeah. Then the third stage is, I have already figured it out. Something is working fine. I'm seeing some success, some failure, but I know how to integrate it with my life. So I'm using it consistently. If you are in that space, choose integration. Then the fourth is, I'm extending and deepening it. Yeah. That is expansion, which is multiplication. Then the fifth stage is second nature, where it is not a problem or a challenge anymore. It is coming easily to me. Yeah, it becomes a part of my DNA. It is a second nature to me. Yeah. Let me give you an example from my journey. Yeah. We all know, we all would have come across this, right? Especially whatever role that we have played before becoming that ICF coach. Put myself in the initial training space. Couple of things what we struggle is not giving any advice. Yeah, not giving them any guidance. Yeah, not telling anything. It was it becomes a major challenge, right? Then the second challenge is our clients sitting in our session. There is a 45-minute session. 30 minutes they say, I don't know, whatever questions you ask. Yeah, how many of you resonate with these two challenges? You can say yes or no. So let me pick that I don't know part of it. Yeah. So in my initial, training period, if somebody says I don't know for the first question, that's it. Yeah. I could see something going, all through my body. It's as if some current is passing all through my body, especially in my back. Yeah. Still, I would say my ACC. Then as a part of my ACC to PCC transition is when I started really addressing these things, as problems. Even I was not really aware of whatever was happening, even though something was happening, some shock sort of a thing happening in my body, but I didn't know what was happening. I thought, okay, I'm sitting in a chair for a long time, so I'm having some back pain, right? But during my PCC journey, I realized that that is creating some somatic experience for me, because I get into the tensed mode because, oh my God, client is saying, I don't know, for all the questions that I'm asking, I know I'm out of questions. What am I going to do? How am I going to create an impact? Now, all these questions come to a head. Then you put yourself in, then I put myself in my PCC thing. I had a fantastic mentors. When I took that as a problem, right? Whatever guidance that they gave, the mentoring that they gave, I started trying, I started experimenting. Still, the shock like feel in my, in my back, the, backside of my body, right? So I started focusing on my pain, then what I was going through. When I started focusing on that, taking some deep breath, bringing my focus back to the session, I could see that one fine day, the pain was gone. That means I have integrated something into my system, right? And then now that while preparing for our session, I was thinking of, okay, what is the example that I can bring in, right? When I thought about my initial period, again, I had that, feeling in my back. But when I started preparing towards that expansion, that pain was gone. See, right now, I don't feel anything, even though I'm sharing it here as if I'm, experiencing it right now, right? So when I expanded here, expansion means I totally forgot about I had that challenge. Then sitting with that, see, nowadays, even 30 minutes, I can sit with that question, with that answer, right? Of course, they don't, take that longer because I know, how to tackle that right now, right? But 2, 3, I don't knows, they do not affect me anymore. Yeah, forget about the back pain, nothing happens. I can just sit with them, right? So if you look at it, it has happened through the process, through the journey. Yeah. And now coming back to you, you have noted down the micro elements, micro dimensions for each macro. Now, for each micro element, please note down, out of these 5 thresholds, where do you stay? Where do you stand today, this minute? If anybody needs any clarification, you can feel free to share. What is the transition? If you are feeling comfortable, you can tell me what is the transition. I can help you to identify which threshold you are in. If anybody needs help. Hope you are all able to figure that out. Okay. So is it okay to move on?
Yeah, the similar model, I name it as knowing, doing, being, sustaining, and self-sustaining.
Beautiful.
So these 5 models I practiced for wellness, mindfulness, natural healing, astrology, and so many things. So this is my copyright. I have taken the similar pattern, whatever you are explaining.
Oh.
It's absolutely. So we know
Fantastic.
100% of things. Out of the 100% of the things we know, we only practice 10 or
Absolutely.
12 things. And then
Absolutely.
the being means like only 5 or 6 things. And sustaining means out of the 5 or 6 things, how much we are sustaining for longer. And then self-sustaining is another part.
Second nature.
So it applies for even I'm coaching Ravichandran Ashwin. So this framework is applying just for the information.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic. So glad to know that. Okay, shall I move to the next slide? Okay. Hope, so this is the question that I, would like all of us to sit with, right? For each dimension, which threshold best describes where you are, just note it down. See, we all will be in some threshold in at least 1 or 2 areas in each macros. Now, be present with these questions. Please note them down. Yeah, we will go to the Ranjit. Will we have time for a breakout? Some 5 minutes. We will pair.
We have 30 minutes.
30 minutes, no? Okay.
5
We will
minutes
just
breakout and then last 10 minutes wrap up.
Okay, sure. So please note down your answers for these. We will pair you with somebody. Yeah. So I'll tell you what exactly you are supposed to do. Yeah. Now for each micro dimension, please write down what assumptions am I holding about these dimensions? Is there a pattern I see? It's for yourself. Again, what is actually true right now? If you have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask me. Sure, Shripriya. Great to see you here. So what is actually true right now? That's fine, Meg. Since I don't see the videos, I don't know. Everybody's done writing. So in the breakout room, we will pair. Yeah. share what you have noted down, your assumptions, pattern, and truth. Please don't share the stories. When I say the stories, okay, what is the transition I'm going through? I'm this coach. I'm getting to get into, this. Let's not get into the stories. It's going to be more like a statement. Yeah. What is the assumption you have identified? Is there any pattern that you have seen? What is the truth? You're just going to share it with each other. When the other person is sharing, please listen. Yeah. Here, we are not going to get into solution mode. No, we are not consultants here. We are not, mentors here. We are all playing a role of a coach to coach ourselves. Yeah, please keep that in mind. So don't go into solution mode yet. Yeah, just stay with the micro elements, stay with the assumptions, pattern, and truth, and stay curious as you listen. Intentionally focus and note down. If you see any pattern raising in your group, even though it is going to be two becomes a group, right? Any pattern comes out. After that, we are not going to share anything outside. So this breakout room is for you, your sacred space. Yeah. I'm not going to ask anybody to share anything here. Then we are going to get into Mentimeter. Yeah. If somebody wants to share, you're most welcome. So are we ready for breakout? Ranjit, shall we?
You're on mute.
Thank you, Krishna. Thank you. So I know, can we give it 10 minutes?
5 minutes, just sharing and coming out of the room.
So 5 minutes per participant or
5 minutes. So 2.5 minutes, 200. See, 1 minute for entering, exiting, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Just assumptions.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, no stories. See, if it is longer time, then stories will come out.
Yeah, some room might have 3 people because just to balance it out, as I don't want somebody to be alone, right? Yeah. So I'll give it 7 minutes so that just 3 people, if in case 1 or 2 rooms might have 2 people, more than 2 people. So that means start the break. Sorry.
So please assign time also 5 minutes. So automatically let us bring them back.
Yeah. So I'm opening the rooms. So randomly choosing the participants. Okay. Okay.
So I'm also joining.
Yeah, you might get Krishna.
I'll just join.
I included the co-host also. But also join. I'll be here. I'll moderate it.
I will be with you here.
Sorry, Kanan, you're not joining the room?
No. I will be with you here.
Okay. Sounda, Ashwin, Sripriya.
I'll be back soon. Just need to make another short call.
Sure. You okay? Few people are not in breakouts.
Yeah, no one was there in the room. No one has joined. Breakout number 5.
Breakout number 5, right? Priya, Shri, anybody? Sort of running out of short of time. Okay. Maybe we can discuss here. Kananza, you want to engage in one? We have 1 minute, more than a minute. So it's open, right? We can discuss here also if you have the.
Sure.
I'm here. Kananza here. So we can discuss.
Yeah.
So that assumptions and there are 2 questions, right? So,
yeah.
How do we call you? Is it Pradeep?
Yeah, Pradeep. You can call me Pradeep.
Okay. Yes. Thanks, Pradeep. So what resonated with you?
Yeah, what resonated with me is that most of the time I think one of the patterns which I see is that we do have that feeling that how do others will perceive about you. This is one area which sometimes holds you back. So that is what I felt is the one pattern which I see in bin. I looked at my 3 micro areas, then analyzed and look at what my progression in terms of I'm at integration kind of a stage. Then I looked at some of those things. I felt there's one area probably need to work, and that's the one pattern which I could see. That's the one insight I got.
Wonderful.
Thank you for sharing that. I think it requires a lot of self-awareness to look at ourselves and then identify this. Fantastic.
Self-mastery also.
Yeah.
I think we miss out on that aspect of self-mastery. We tend to try to get into the coaching mastery before the self-mastery, self-awareness part of it.
Absolutely.
This is a good say. Who are we as a coach, right?
Absolutely.
So
welcome back, Suba. You're on mute.
Yeah, 35 seconds. I think we will have people coming back. So we are right on time.
Right on time.
Good right on time. And 10 minutes for
Because
sharing, maybe to 15 minutes for sharing, and then last 5 minutes for wrapping up.
Bhaswati, nice meeting
no,
you. I think I'm meeting Pradeep and Bhaswati and all for the first time.
Yeah. First time, yes.
And
awesome.
Baswati is from Seattle. She has done.
Seattle.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
So we had a beautiful conversation. We both were there in the back breakout room.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
That's wonderful. Okay. So see, one or two people can share. Let's get in there, get into the flow. One or two. Yeah. Because I want to keep this as a sacred space for each one of us. Whoever feel okay to share, one or two haven't shared anything yet. Maybe we can hear some new voices if it is okay. Or it's okay to hear old voices also. All our voices are beautiful.
So should I, if nobody is talking, then
Yeah,
you
please.
the
Absolutely,
old
absolutely.
voice only.
Absolutely. Pleasure having your voice.
Okay. So regarding the craft, I would say complementary capabilities. Am I accumulating more certificates for no purpose or end? Why? Because in practice, I think I feel, can the right people find me and understand what I bring? And regarding enterprises, how do I expand my reach and capability? So in all this, the pattern that I see is that I am worried about how to attract more clients.
Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Bhuvna.
So
And
Suba,
yes, Suresh.
I can possibly share my inputs.
Please.
Yeah, so from the macros, from the craft perspective, definitely I've picked up coaching mastery. I recently completed ACC, definitely moving towards the journey of, mastering more into the coaching practice. As far as practice is concerned, definitely I feel visibility and positioning is very, very vital. Definitely need to enhance that work in progress. And from the enterprise perspective, it is a thought leadership. Definitely, yes. How we want to be known as a coach and what are our thoughts and insights regarding the coaching. I think that's very, very important for people to be communicated with. As far as the assumptions or even, what phase I anticipate to be in, I feel I'm at an experimentation phase. Definitely, I'm trying certain things. I keep on tweaking certain things. And assumptions, I definitely feel one assumption that I carry is people always say the more you post on LinkedIn, the more the visibility. So obviously, I think it's an assumption I carry at the moment because I have seen people who are not posting much, but maybe because of the word of mouth, the relationship they have, definitely they are doing well in the coaching business. So yeah, that's an assumption at the moment I'm having it.
Sure. Definitely. Thank you, Harish, for sharing that, right? So whatever Bhuvna and Harish shared, right? There is also a connection that I'm seeing, right? Which each craft that you pick the micro dimensions, there is a connect. We cannot really create any linear path there, but there is a connect, right? In the entire dimension or the ecosystem, right? Harish, one more invitation, right? Questioning that assumption. Yeah, the assumption that you shared, right? I would say question that assumption. You will get a little deeper insight over there. Yeah. It cannot be always either or. So how can we integrate? Still, how can writing on LinkedIn is okay, right? But am I just doing it as my full-time job? So that is what is happening today. Everybody has taken writing on LinkedIn as the full-time job, right? Especially as coaches, because of the need, the desire that we have to create visibility. It is good. See, LinkedIn is the platform which gave me, the life when I started on my own, right? I'm there on LinkedIn since 2009, been active since I think 12, 13, 14, from that time frame, right? LinkedIn has been giving me the energy, the business and everything. But we have to be very careful. That is not my full-time job. Coaching is my full-time job, where LinkedIn or social media is helping me in, it's like a, complementary thing. So are we making the complementary as full-time, right? That is the assumption that we are going to get into. Yeah, we should be getting into, right? That is the question that I'm asking my clients. I know myself. I sit with this, once in a while, periodically. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. So now, there is a different element that I want all of us to look at. There is a Mentimeter link. I would request everybody to please go there. You can use the scan code. There are these three questions. As and when I share it, you'll be able to see all the questions. Yeah. Please scan this code, or you can go to mentimeter.com. Use this 27795584. If anybody wants me to share the link, I can do it in the chat box also.
You can share the link.
Link? Yeah, I'll do that. I just need to stop sharing. 1 second. Ranjit, can you share the link in the chat box? It is there in our WhatsApp. Mentimeter link.
Mentimeter link. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because then I need to stop sharing to share that.
Yeah, no, I'll do that.
See, beyond this macro and micro, there are nano. If we take it today, we won't be able to complete anything in 90 minutes. So that's the reason I'm keeping them aside.
Sorry, I didn't understand the meaning of this question. What surprised you today?
Today? Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Is there anything that... Okay, this is the question we ask, right? What is a new thing that you realize about yourself or you learn about yourself? Right?
Oh, see, what's the pattern that I see?
Is it new that you have not seen yet? You saw that today. Yeah. Any element that surprised you. It could be from your share, also from anybody's share, the entire session, from everybody's collective energy, collective share. So let me just stop sharing, assuming that everybody has gone in there.
Suba, the last question is what surprised you today, not the transition question that's there on the slide.
1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. I'll start the presentation. Yeah. Do you see the first question? What surprised you today? I have already got 5 responses.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So the first question is what surprised you?
Yeah.
The second question is
that you will see it later. Yeah.
Okay.
Once I move the slide, you will see it. So only 5 people have responded. You can go to the Mentimeter and then let me refresh.
Suba, can you show that scan QR
scanner?
code?
Okay, I'll do one thing. Let me share this screen so that the link is also there.
Link is there in the chat.
Chat also. Otherwise, I'll share the result because the scan code is also there in the, so that if somebody is missing, you can always scan it. You're all able to see the scan code, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Superb. So this is, I think, the new feature in with Mentimeter. It was not there even last week when I did a session for somebody else. Because 9 of us responded. So let me move to the next one. What shifted for you today? Is there any new, or okay, let me put it this way. Anything that shifted within you as you identified a pattern or the assumptions or the micro elements or looking at the entire mental model? That's a beautiful question. Whoever put that, am I coachable? Yeah, I may be a great coach. I'm expecting my clients to be coachable, but am I coachable? That's a powerful share. Beautiful. Thank you. That's so satisfying, right? That I'm not alone in the journey. Yes. We will never be alone in this journey because we will be in some threshold, whatever stage that we are in. Yeah, we will never be alone, but the challenge is how do we leverage that collective that we have, the ecosystem that we are part of. Yes, the assumptions can be questioned so powerfully. Understanding about the coaching subtly. I'm a little greedy on one space without diluting any other intervention. When we all can say, just being a coach, I can survive and I can sustain. It's okay to do the other interventions, but I'm a full-time coach. Coaching is bringing in the money that I want. Coaching is bringing in the clients that I want. Yeah, I desire. If we all can say that, that would be a fantastic day in our, in our life. I'm a little greedy. I know that I'm hopeful that we can do that together, but we have to work a lot together. Now, what is this transition asking of you right now? Beautiful. Be grounded. So I'll stop sharing this till you'll be able to update. just a quick time check. We have 7 more minutes, Ranjit. Is it okay for everybody to extend it by 5 more minutes? Because the blueprint part, I would like to share some 3.
I hope, right? I think
if it is okay with
okay,
everyone.
If
anybody
we could
has,
stay for 5 more minutes, 8:05 we could.
Yeah, 8:05.
8:05 India time.
Yeah, 8:05 India time. Oh, okay. Siddhika, it's not working, is it? I don't know. Maybe some countries may block the access, if I'm not wrong. It could be the reason.
Sorry, I've not been able to answer these questions because I could not go. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know whether is there any ban or something. Some countries may not allow certain things. Mentimeter is not allowed in some countries. Some sites. It could be that, or
even the form is not being. I can't open the form.
You can't open, is it? Okay. Okay. Did you try scanning it in your mobile?
Yeah, even it's not coming.
Not working, is it? Okay. Probably I'll send these things to you. Yeah. You can later on sit with that and then.
I think the links work for me very well.
Yeah. Sorry.
The feedback link is working, right?
Oh, okay.
I think it is a great.
If I can get the CCU form, then I can fill through the chat only, not the Menti form, because it's not working.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll share the form separately with you, Siddhika.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
If not, I'll manage it. Okay.
Okay.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you. So one promise that we gave when we designed this is you will go away with this program, with this session with a blueprint, right? Whichever state you are in, right? That blueprint is what we are going to delve, not really deeper because of the time constraints, right? I'll just introduce. Later on, I'll also share those, whatever I have in my, presentation. I'll collate as a PDF and then send it to Ranjit. Probably you can, I would request Ranjit to send it to all the registered or whoever attended. Otherwise, others won't, understand. Yeah. Will that be okay, Ranjit?
Yeah, that's fine.
What I request is if you can share those 2 pictures.
I'll do that. Yes.
That will help me to create that plan.
Absolutely. I'll do that.
This was an amazing input. I should thank you.
Thank you.
For that. Really.
Definitely. I'll collate all the important, ones as PDF and then, send it across. Definitely, I can do that. So the intention is to share it with, as many people as possible. Yeah. So anyway, the video will be there.
This input has come from me. I should say that.
Absolutely.
I'm very hopeful and I've taken a decision. Just more time in coaching. That's for sure. Great.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Just please stay with us for 5 more minutes, Yuva.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. See, the blueprint is we identified macros, and macros are anyway there, right? I've already shared it. You have identified the micros for each macro. You have worked through the assumptions. See, whatever questions I have shared is only a bit of the entire spectrum, right? Still, these are all critical prompts that I shared today. You have all the responses with you, the patterns with you, right? Likewise, you are going to identify more and more patterns. You will keep, breaking those patterns. But when we say something as blueprint, right? See, there is a tool, but we know how to use the tool, right? But we should know how to connect it with the result. Right? That is the connection is what we are going to make. That is what we normally call it as blueprint, right? So there are 3 elements again: solve, support, and system. I'll just run through these 3 slides. Yeah. Later on, I'll send it to you. You can, always work on. Please feel free to ping me. We can connect, over a quick, some 15-20 minute session. Yeah, one-on-one. That's absolutely okay. Yeah. So solving is all about, some 4 elements that I'm sharing here, right? If you can quickly note it down, that would be fantastic. Yeah. Solving. What am I trying to solve here? I have identified the micros, assumptions, transitions and everything, right? But what is the problem that I'm trying to solve? Like what Bhuvana shared earlier, right? Assumption, yes. But the problem what I'm trying to solve is, how can I attract more clients? We cannot ignore that problem statement. Without that problem statement, whatever we work, the KRA will not happen, right? We will just sit with KPIs. Unless until we connect it with KRAs, unless until we connect it with the target, we will only sit with some data. Or maybe we would have analyzed something, we have certain analysis and report, but how are we going to use that report? How are we going to make certain decisions using that dashboard, right? That is what we will do with these 3 S's, right? the transition I'm navigating is that, then my current threshold is this. What this transition is asking of me, we have already noted down all this. Now, one action I will take. Right? It could be sitting with yourself, reflecting, and then writing something. Yeah, it could be that action. So get into that micro level action that you can take immediately, tonight or tomorrow morning. Yeah. When you do that, you are moving towards that action. We do that at the end, right, with our clients. We are sort of getting in there. Yeah. Then the second is, now, okay, fine. I know what all the actions I'm supposed to take. I also know my blind spots. What are all my mind blocks, right? Who can support me? What support can I take? So this tool, you can use it for your self-coaching also. If you're happy to do that, do it yourself, right? Or if you feel like, okay, see, somebody's having challenges with business development, you do not know how to leverage, how to generate leads, then probably you need somebody who can help you with, how to generate that leads. You may need somebody's help to understand that, right? Unless until you have done some sales job as a part of your previous role, right? You may be struggling in generating leads, business development, sales, and everything. I very well remember initially when I was struggling, when I identified, I'm talking about before my ICF journey in 2014-15 timeframe, when I wanted to really scale up my career coaching part. I realized, okay, I didn't know how to sell. I didn't know even how to close the deals. Then what I did, I started attending some sales workshops, right? Connecting with people who are into sales, right? Taking some help from them. So like that, when I started taking help from others, I could scale up. Otherwise, I was only sitting, overthinking, self-doubting, second-guessing, whatever I was doing, even though I was doing so many things, right? So we need not do that anymore. Yeah. Who can support me? Then the third is, we don't have to really create a community the minute, we start something, right? Or we don't have to really build aggressive network when we are not ready to do that, right? But it doesn't mean that we have to sit. Yeah, it's okay without any network. I'm going to no. Building network is very, very important. But depending on the phase and pace with which you want to do, yeah, you can do. If you really want to be aggressive in any area when you are creating a system, right? Again, I would like you to go back to that support. Yeah. Even though, see, that is the reason I'm not creating any triangle or anything here, because these three can be three different elements also you can integrate. Yeah, depending on where you stand today. Yeah. So what system do I need? Do I really need to create any system? Maybe for some time, let me just go with the flow. Then let me understand, then create a system. That's also okay. So it is completely depending on what the self-awareness part, right? How aware you are about your threshold, your micros, your macros, right? That awareness is very, very important. Who and what can help me? Again, sit with that question again and again and again. Yeah. Now the third one, where should I invest my energy, money, time, and effort? Right? I have seen people investing lakhs and lakhs of rupees in certain things. I have seen in my cohorts where they have not taken any step. That's okay. That is their journey. But what is the right time? Maybe they are not doing anything right now. Parallelly, they are doing something that I'm not aware of. There is a possibility. But still, yeah, be aware of where you are putting your energy, money, time, and effort. Here, energy is something probably I should have highlighted it, make it bold. Because when you are investing your time, effort, money somewhere which is not going to serve you immediately or to get out of that threshold, yeah, probably if it can wait to do that, right? You are spending all your energy somewhere, but you are complaining that no client is coming to me. Yeah, nobody is giving me any project. So same cycle that we will put ourselves into, that is our autopilot, right? So let's be intentional, here. So what we just did, you can choose, but considering the time, probably we would have done most of the above or all of the above. If you can just write some numbers or whichever is resonating most with you, you can put down those numbers in the chat box. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4 or 8 or 9, because you reflected, you introspected, right? As if you're sitting with a coach in a coaching conversation, even though it was not completely done as coaching. You have reflected, you have identified certain areas, identified your patterns, right? So finally, you have also written down your action, right? Then the who or what can help you is your accountability question. right? As if you have gone through entire coaching in this 1.5 hours, right? In that you listened without trying to fix anything, finding a solution. You were curious when you were working on your own assumptions, your own micros, macros, and in the breakout room, right? When you listened to the other party, you were so curious. You challenged those assumptions. You stayed with uncertainty because I said, no, we are not creating any solution here, right? We were okay to stay with uncertainty. We were okay to hear different perspectives. There are perspectives that I'm sharing, all of us were sharing, right? We were hearing different perspectives. We reflected before responding. I saw that everybody was reflecting before responding. We recognized patterns. Yeah. So let me also see the responses 8 and 9. Okay, recognizing patterns, right? So what have we done? We have sort of, got a little deeper into 2 different competencies today. Yeah, CC2 and CC5. Yeah. I'm not going to delve deeper and tell you how we did that. This is for you to reflect. Yeah, this is probably you can take it as a homework and then see how whatever we did is connecting with CC2 and CC5. Of course, other competencies also we would have, touched upon, but majorly we have touched CC2 and CC5. Yeah, that is my invitation to sort of understand and then connect. So that's going to again help you getting deeper into your coaching, mastery journey. So any questions, and I'm done with my presentations. Any questions or anything, I'll be more than happy to respond. Of course, as I mentioned, I'll collate all the important, slides from here, put it as a PDF and send it to Ranjit so that he can share it with everybody. Any thoughts, any perspective, new perspectives, anything that anybody would like to share? Thank you, Harish. Thank you, Bashwati. Thank you, Yukar. So I'll just stop sharing this.
Yes, if you can, everybody can come on video for like just 30 seconds. At least let's take one snap.
Yes, as we are all posing for the snap.
Yeah, I request everybody to be just, thank you. Wonderful session, Suba.
Thank you.
And let me request Krishna, I will request you to do the closing honor.
Okay, Suba, first of all, thanks a lot for how much ever this is so special for you. This is actually special for us as well, because it is always good to have one of our own who was instrumental in shaping up some of the programs. And you are also instrumental in promoting a lot from Markham, right? Getting a good reach, and good that you are also able to spend that good amount of quality time in self, right? Trying to balance both. You are able to reach here and you are also able to share your perspective. We are definitely amazed by the framework that you came up with, right? So next time we should be having another conversation where this qualifies as a masterclass. Sure. So yes, this is something more reflective for all of us. Thanks a lot for having you back with us entirely in a different forum, right? I know that you put a spotlight on so many people and good to have you there in the spotlight. So that also inspires a lot of others to kind of be invested in their journey, that at some point of time, yes, everybody is going to be there. So thanks a lot. The pleasure is ours.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Krishna and Ranjit. Because as I said, right, CoachAbility, the minute I look at the logo, I feel, it's a proud moment for me also. And then coming here, sitting with all of us, all of you are masters in your own craft, right? Of course, I also go through all the second guessing, self-doubt and all other stuff. Then I thought, okay, now I'm expanding. Let me just take it to the chapter. And I wanted to bring it to our chapter first. Right? So thank you for creating that opportunity for me. Ranjit and I had a couple of conversations around, okay, is it the right time to bring it and all other stuff? Yeah. Thank you so much. Of course, Shweta, thanks a lot for all the marketing, creating those visuals. And then I was PCC when we started the conversation, then became MCC. Then I again asked her to change it, right? So it's a beautiful journey for me. Yeah. So anybody would like to share anything, we can. Otherwise, I'm happy to.
Before you leave, just take 30 seconds to give your valuable feedback and also give your details for the CCU, right? So just because I will go with the like whoever has given their input for CCU is what will be qualified for the CCU certificate.
So Suba, I wanted to say, since you are master coach now, and this whole session was coachability, and the way you took us through was a coaching conversation, and you showed us the competencies as well. All I wanted to say was that one thing you definitely ticked off was that it was definitely client centric. All this was for our benefit. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shita, for saying
And
that.
for me, it was more than how are you as a coach is who are you as a coach, right? So it was more, in fact, when we started this, right, I was like, even Babraj sir and also discussed, because we usually bring in some coaching framework, right? Somebody, how do you write group coaching, team coaching? We had a lot of frameworks but this is more like framework to understand ourselves better as a coach, right? So that's been a wonderful thing for me.
Thank you. In fact, we started with that, right? Who are you, a coach, right? That is the title that we started with. But as I, because I created the framework, I'm using it, but never gave any title to that, right? To the session, because it's normally a part of my coaching. Whenever I'm sitting with a client and using this, right? It's a part of my coaching. I don't have to definitely give any title to that, right? But when we said that, it started as, who are you, coach, right? But as I started delving deeper and deeper and deeper, I felt like, okay, we need to also ask ourselves, how am I feeling about certain elements here, right? Even though I didn't really touch any feelings part of it, except in the beginning and then little in the beginning, right? I didn't touch, but end of the day, it will touch the emotion. If I'm doing this as a one-on-one coaching or 3-hour, 4-hour session, we'll be touching those emotions which are ruining or ruling the decisions that we are taking in under any micro or nano. Yeah. So
actually, I would like to say that the session was interesting, and especially I realized what metacognition can bring out. Okay, but I feel for novices like me, it should have been a masterclass. It should have been 4-5 hours or a workshop. It's too much to think within this half an hour or 1 hour time, and it does require a lot of deep thinking.
Yes.
And so if that time was available to us, this whole plan out that you had would have been far more effective, I feel.
Absolutely.
And you have framed it so beautifully. And if we had actually sincerely worked at it, we would have gone deep into ourselves. But there was no time for that.
Absolutely. So this is more of introducing something.
Introducing, right?
Yeah.
So the CoachAbility is for that. The platform itself is created so that we can share our whatever we are creating, right? So there is awareness. See, today the intention is to create that awareness.
Awareness, yes. Awareness has been created, but like how you wanted us to go to know ourselves as a coach.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for that, a little bit of hand-holding is also required.
Definitely. See, this is a part of my coaching journey.
We need a follow-up seminar on this, actually.
Okay.
You have given us time. I think it's now a lot of internal work we need to do based on the framework.
Absolutely.
Spend a lot of time internally. Absolutely. And then maybe do a little follow-up.
Sure.
Definitely consider.
We can plan something. In a couple of weeks or a couple of months down the lane, we can plan something. Yeah. So once you all have worked on it, that's very important. Absolutely. It would be my pleasure.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for staying back. We are just 15 minutes, almost 15 minutes overdue, but that's perfectly, I think it's been so engaging, and I think not felt that it's almost 2 hours since we started it.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.